Hey, Todd Burrier from toddburrier.com. And today I want to talk a little bit about, well, think about this. Have you ever had to clean up after somebody in the work, right? So that could be you talked to a prospect who just, even though they really needed what you had to offer, they weren't open because someone else had treated them like crap. Someone else had pressured or pushed them, and they're like, dude, I don't want to have any part of something like that, right? Or you saw something out there that reflected badly on social media in the industry, or someone in your community who just, wasn't playing very well. So that's called polluting the environment, right? So, I'm a big fisherman. I love to fish. It's just one of my favorite things to do. And there's so many analogies that are directly correlated to our work. And one of the things that myself and the guys and gals I fish with do is we are super responsible when we fish about taking care of everyone in the boat and the environment. And so you have to think about that in your work the same way. So when you're, like if we're fishing, I mean, I love to fish in Canada for northern pike. And when you get a big northern pike in the boat, it's an all hands on deck kind of thing, because you got this big fish who's got big teeth, who's flopping around in the boat, who's tangled in a net that he's got a lure inside of his mouth with all these big teeth. And it's like a 2 to 3, one guy could do it, but because you take care of each other, everybody who's needed will stop fishing and help the person get this fish safely off the hook and back in the water so that it can live and breathe and grow bigger for another day. And so it's an all hands on deck kind of thing. And so everybody in the community, that's the boat, takes care of everybody else. That's exactly how your community should be, right? Your community, if you're the leader of that community or you're in leadership, you want to set this stage. And if you're not, you want to make sure you're doing your part. And that is to be helpful and encouraging and supportive and have everyone have each other's back, right? That's the way a true networking community should be. If it's not, you're in the wrong place. You're just flat out in the wrong place. If it's backbiting and people trying to recruit other people's stuff and people being negative, and you got the wrong people. You just have the wrong people. I'm just telling it to you now, right? Life is too short to spend it with the wrong people. So one thing is to take care of the people in your boat. The other is to take care of the environment itself. All the actions. It used to be that if someone was a jerk, right? If they got into the business and they were a jerk, they didn't affect that many people, right? They polluted a few. I mean, certainly, all their neighbors would run from them and people would cross the street to avoid them in town. But after a little while, they end up getting out of the business because there's a few that would persist on and succeed anyway, right? Because they did massive numbers. But in general, right, people that act that way couldn't do much damage years ago. Today, they can do a lot of damage because they can do stuff on social media that all of a sudden just doesn't affect 10 people. It affects 1,010 people. And so think about it this way. Every action that you have, right, everything you post, every way you speak to someone, right? Face it, negative news travels fast, right? I mean, by statistical nature, they say that if someone has a negative experience, they'll tell 11 people. That was before social media. Now they might tell 10,011 people, right? And so it's so important to treat people the proper way. For you, right? I mean, that's why I teach kindness, honesty, and respect. That is the platform for how you work. You don't need skills. I mean, it's great that you'll develop them because you can't help but develop them, but you don't need them. You can succeed without them if you're just nice enough to open the door for someone and tell your story. I mean, seriously, that's really all it takes. And if you do that over and over and over, it'll fall on the right people. But your actions reflect on you. They build your reputation. And then they also reflect on your company, because people don't go, oh, just stay away from that Todd. They say, stay away from that XYZ company, right? Because if that's how this person behaves, that's what the company's all about. That's the way it works, right? Remember, people don't do business with companies. They do business with people. Always have, always will. And even more so in today's world, do people want the connection. They want a human being. And then the other thing is the industry. It's reflecting on the industry, which means you're polluting the water for everybody if you don't treat people well. So then the third piece is cleaning up after others. And you know what? This one, it sucks that we have to do it, but we do it. Because we do what we do. There's going to be bad apples that stick around. The jerk I talked about before, that's just true. What can you do? Apologize. Apologize on behalf of that idiot, right? Tell that person, I am sorry that is how someone talked to you, or that's the way you were treated by XYZ person in XYZ company or whatever, because that's not representative of the kinds of people here, and there are bad people in everything. So I'm sorry that was your experience. I hate to see it ruin your opportunities for the future by you completely ruling out an entire industry that offers freedom and personal development and growth and all these great things, and suddenly it's not an option for you in life. That doesn't even make sense, right? But you wouldn't have to say that part. Just apologize and say it's really unfortunate that happened. That is not the way it's really done. That's not what if you're open at all to learning about it, I'm happy to show you how we work and what we do. And if you don't like it, of course, it's fine. You don't have to participate, and you'll never get pressured by me. That's about the best you can do. All right, it's about the best you can do. It's very effective, but it's the best you can do. But you have to be willing to be real about that instead of be defensive. Don't be defensive like, oh, we're not like this, right? That's not what you do. And you got to communicate with people like a human being, right? You say, I'm so sorry that happened to you, right? I mean, that's what a real person does, right? So I hope this gave you a little bit of value and benefit in this area. It's really, really important to fish responsibly in the work for everybody's sake. We've got such a great thing. And so many people's lives can be changed for the better. They got to do it themselves, right? We're going to help them, but they got to do the work. But man, what a wonderful thing we really have. So thanks for being here. And if you haven't gotten my 27 scripts that will really help you, make sure you get that at toddburrier.com. Put your email in, get your free MP3 download. And you'll get a couple blogs a week from me, rarely more than that. And, I don't bomb you with emails. It's just not what I do. So hope this was helpful. You can feel free to share it with anyone else you think would be of value. All right? See you next time.